Okay, hi. So I have a new phone. I have a new camera and everything, so I can get back to editing how I want to, but I'm not gonna lie, I definitely had to take a break from posting some of the videos because going back through the footage with the knowledge that I have now, it was a little triggering for me. I think it's important to acknowledge when you get triggered. A trigger is definitely something that no one else can be responsible for other than you. Other people can be mindful of your triggers, but they're not responsible for always keeping that in mind unless they decide that that's what they want to do, right? What I'm realizing is that things affect me late because I have this understanding in the present where I could have, nipped something in the bud, or where I could have, paid more attention, but I'm human and sometimes I can be naive. I can't know everything all the time immediately. When you have your feelings involved in situations that are very personal and very close to you, it can feel like such an attack. So I'm going to continue sharing these videos. It might take me some time because I am my editor. I am my team right now. And I want anybody that's watching this to know and to understand that you get to process how you feel about situations in your own time. No one has to rush you. No one gets to rush you on how you process your emotions about things that have been done to you and done around you, because they have an effect on you. Whether they want to acknowledge it, whether you want to acknowledge it, it has an effect. So take your time processing that effect in whatever time frame you need to. The point is to get through it. I'm not going to sit here and, live in regret because things didn't turn out how, I hoped they would, how I thought they would. I can only take this time and reflect and learn better for the future. And that's what I'm hoping these videos serve as. This is not, an expose. This is really just me sharing something that I went through in an effort to encourage other girls who might be in similar situations or maybe not have even experienced anything remotely like this, and just be like, this is something that could happen, just as an awareness kind of thing. I feel like a lot of my relationships humble me in a sense to stop saying what I could never experience, or, oh, it couldn't be me. Yes, it could. Yes, it could. And it doesn't mean that, you're less than or better than anybody because you haven't experienced it. It just simply means you haven't experienced it. I'm here to create dialogue about these experiences we have as humans, as women, as Black girls. There's so much that we don't get to talk about. There's so much that we don't want to talk about. There's so much that people don't want to talk about with us. So I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to be transparent about it because I have the capacity to do so. And again, as I say on every video, thank you for watching this if you are. Thank you for taking the time to hear my story, because you don't have to, but you are, and I appreciate you. So let's get into this part 3. We have not been talking for like a while, right? Like he and I have just not been speaking. And I brought some tea, or not tea, I brought some garlic pills to him the other day because he was sick. And I do this with all my friends. So I found out he was sick. I was like, I'm bringing you garlic. And he was like, you don't have to do that. And I was like, yes, I do. You're getting garlic pills. And I know he didn't ask for it, and I cannot be upset that somebody doesn't want to. I get it. Whatever. I'm a caring friend. And I made him tea, like ginger and turmeric tea, because it's really great and it's an amazing detox. So if you're ever sick and you just want to know,
what should I do when I'm sick and I just don't want to feel this cold anymore?
Drink ginger, turmeric tea, and take 3 garlic pills every 4 hours for like 3 days. Boom, you'll be great. Got to his house, gave him the pills, made the tea, we're chatting or whatever. And then my friend, she's my little brother's girlfriend, and like my new friend, which is really awesome because she's just great. She came to pick me up and he was like, oh, I haven't seen in a minute I'm gonna come outside and say hi. So I was like, okay. And we're walking out and he was like, hold my hand, I feel like an old man. And I was like, okay, man, all right. So we're walking together to the car, and we get to the car and we're talking or whatever and laughing. And I go to give him a hug goodbye. Like I was going like this because I like hugs and he gives great hugs. And then I looked up at him and he leaned down and he kissed me and I was like, ah. And then kiss him back, and then I was like, why did I do that? But then I kissed him again on the cheek, and I was like, okay, I gotta go. Mind you, he's still sick, and I just did that. So you know you pretty special. If I let you kiss me and you're sick, like I don't do that. No. I think we spoke like maybe one time after that day, and then nothing. I would text him and just nothing. And he's really like, he's the type of person, he doesn't like being on his phone. He really likes being to himself, which is fine. But yeah, we just have not spoken. So when we went to his house the other day, my mom was like, well, did you bring up him kissing you? And I was like, no, because I gotta go back to work. Like, why would I get into that kind of conversation right now? And I ended up texting him just really quick how I felt, because I was waiting for my brother to do it. He said he was gonna bring the whole situation up to him. And I just didn't feel like waiting for him to do that, because I'm like, I'm a big girl. I can express how I'm feeling to somebody without, them, like me needing somebody else to do it. And I told him that I have been feeling like he doesn't want to be around me unless he actually has to, which just made things really weird for me, because I feel like, based off of my observations, and I made it clear that this is an assumption, but it's an assumption based off of my observations of how he's been acting towards me since I tried to reinforce my boundaries. It's just like, man, if I hadn't said anything, would you still be trying to talk to me the same way that you were before? Like, I'm not expecting you to talk to me every day, but now it's like, you just don't want to talk to me at all. Like, at all. And I don't like feeling like I'm begging for somebody's attention, but I also don't want to just make the assumption like, okay, yeah, he's definitely ignoring you, because it could be a multitude of things. And that's something that I do quite frequently. Like, I'm always trying to figure out, well, why are they feeling like this? Why are they feeling like that? Blah, blah, blah. And oh gosh, if you guys don't already know, I like watching cartoons, like on a regular basis. Cartoons are my jam. And one of my new favorite cartoons is called Summer Camp Island. And there was an episode where Hedgehog and, oh my gosh, what is his name? Is it Elephant? Hedgehog and Elephant? I can't remember. But the other character is an elephant. And they're like best friends. And Elephant kind of messed something up for her. Like, she made this special PBJ sandwich for them because they were doing a podcast, and she was like, do not mess this up. Like, we need this because we don't have enough energy when we're doing our podcast. Long story short, he ended up messing the sandwich up. Like, he spilled it on the floor and then he stepped down on it, and she was so mad. Like, she was so ticked off. She ended up kicking him out of her little cabin, and he did exactly what I do when I feel like my friends are mad at me, and went into, how do I fix it? And he saw this little alien, and the alien was eating a PBJ sandwich. And he was like, oh my gosh, where'd you get that from? I need to get one so Hedgehog won't be mad at me. And he explained the entire situation, and the alien goes, sometimes when your friends are upset, all you really need to do is give them a little time and space, and everything will be okay. And of course, Elephant did not listen. He just still tried to fix it, made things even worse, which is what I do all the time. Bro, I don't know how to chill. I don't like when I feel like people are upset with me. Like, I don't know how to deal with that. And I really don't know how to deal with silence from somebody. When my mom was married, one of the tactics that her ex used to use on me, or us really, was when he was upset with us, he would just like ignore us. We could talk to him and he just wouldn't respond. He wouldn't give us anything. So now whenever that happens, I'm like, oh, they're mad. I've done something wrong. Like, this is now a punishment. Like, dude, you go like 4 days without saying anything to me, and I know, like, you're watching my IG stories, you're hanging out with my bro, like, I know you saw my message and you're just like not saying anything for whatever reason. That makes me feel like crap. Like, that really makes me feel like, dang, they're mad, like I did something wrong again. And I'm trying to get to the point where it just doesn't matter, but it does matter, because I never am trying to just be annoying. I'm just trying to be myself. So if you tell me that me being myself is okay, and then I'm being myself and your actions don't really line up with your words, I'm just like, I am confusion. Like, I am confusion. That's really where I am right now. I'm trying to just focus on me and take care of me right now, which is really hard because I am a caretaker of everyone else except for me. I know, it's really bad, but I'm gonna wash this mask off, and then I'm gonna slather my body in cocoa butter, and yeah, like, just focus on yourself. Like, it doesn't matter how nice a guy can be to you, or a person in general. Everybody's for themselves. Like, literally, everyone is for themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And you can want somebody to be clear as day with you all the time, and you're not gonna get it. So the sooner you accept that, the better. I'm saying this as I am currently fighting accepting it, but I will at some point. At some point it'll happen. So I don't know what just happened with my hands. All right. Bye, guys. It makes me, well, not makes me, because I choose to do all of the things that I do.